Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, today I'm bringing you a deck that is created by our very own Brewmaster Will. But before we get into that, if you'll do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, it's super fast, super free, but it really helps support me and the channel. Also, if you don't mind leaving us a comment and giving us a thumbs up, or thumbs down, you make the choice. Okay, let's go ahead and get into today's deck. We have Azorius Control, and like I said, it was created by Brewmaster Will, the producer and editor of the channel. Thank you very much, Will. And of course, it's a control deck. He loves control. He also seems to really like Feldar's Retreat. It pops up in a lot of his decks. But let's get into it. First off, we have our disruption / removal package. So we have 4 copies of Fading Hope, Disruption, and it gets us a little scry there in most cases. 4 copies of Fateful Absence, that's going to be removal. 4 copies of Brutal Cathar, once again, just kind of disruption or temporary removal, because once you lose the Brutal Cathar, they get their creatures back, unless, of course, those creatures were tokens, and then Brutal Cathar is even more of an all-star. And then, just as a board wipe, we have 3 copies of Doomscar in the deck. We don't have a whole lot of actual creatures in the deck. In fact, I believe it's just the Brutal Cathar. Other than that, it's going to be token creatures we don't mind getting back later, and or our creature lands. So that works perfect in the deck. Then we have our counter spells. We have 2 copies of a Negate and 4 copies of Saw It Coming. Then we have our Hodgepodge section. We have 2 copies of Sunset Revelry. I don't know if you've seen this card. It's actually kind of interesting. It's 1 white, 1 colorless for sorcery. If an opponent has more life than you, you gain 4 life. If an opponent controls more creatures than you, create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens. If an opponent has more cards in their hand than you, draw a card. So against aggro decks, mono white, mono green, mono red, there's a lot of cases where on turn 2, you're going to use this and you're going to gain 4 life, create 2 1/1s, and draw a card. It works pretty well. I like it a lot. Then, like I said, we have 4 copies of Feldar Retreat. It's a really nice card, especially when you're rocking 26 lands in a deck. 27, 28 drops if you include the fact that we can sack this and trigger this again. So that's kind of neat. I don't think we're ever going to have 28 triggers with the Feldar's Retreat, but you get the point. And then we also have 3 copies of Alrund's Epiphany, because we're playing blue. You know, we're not abusing it. It's only 3 copies. We do take extra turns here and there when needed. In this deck, I find that Alrund's Epiphany is usually more for a way for you to stabilize more than taking another turn just to win the game. But yeah, I'm playing it. If you watch the channel, you know my hesitation. And then at the top end, we have our Planeswalkers. We have 2 copies of Teferi, who slows the sunset, and 2 copies of Mordekainen. So kind of fun, because they're 2 Planeswalkers that just really don't see a whole lot of play. And so it's fun to play them. Teferi is interesting. It's not my favorite. I just don't think it's super powerful. If the 2 creatures, or if the creature that you could tap of your opponents didn't untap until your next turn, maybe more strong, but you do get some draw out of it. And then Mordekainen can close out games with those big old dogs, and then the ability to draw is really, really strong too. So that's the deck. Let's get into those lands real quick, though. We do have 2 Cave of the Frost Dragons and 2 Hall of the Storm Giants. For the normal reasons, we have creature lands in as either a mana sink or to get around our own board wipes, our opponent's board wipes, and just help close out games. 6 plains, 6 islands, 4 deserted beaches, 4 of the pathways on blue-white, and 2 Field of Ruins. So that's a deck. I think you're really going to enjoy it if you're into control decks, at least. If you're into a more fast-paced gameplay, this is not going to be the deck for you. These games do drag on. 10 minutes is fast with this deck. I'll tell you that right now. I think both of the games you're going to see are like 12, 15-minute games. Don't forget to stick around to the end for the summary, and we're going to talk about what you should and shouldn't be crafting and all that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead now and get into some gameplay. Malabestia. Okay. We go first. We have 3 lands: a Cave of the Frost Dragon, a Pathway, an Island, Fateful Absence, Doomscar, Negate, and Alrund's Epiphany. Keep it. We'll lead with the Cave, and then we'll go Island. Gives us more choices on what we want to put the Pathway on. Hello, opponent. How are you? We'll go ahead and lead with the white. Ooh, we got a crab. We got crabs. Let's go ahead and put this out on blue. I could take a milling. That's fine. Let's end the turn. Yeah, let's end the turn. I just don't know how they're going to be playing this. Are they playing straight up mill? Little Izzet mill. Interesting. Okay. Flying Haste. The next instant or sorcery you cast costs blah blah less. Let's go ahead and just absence the crab. Let them have the Kaza. They'll swing for 1. Boop. Another land. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's throw that out. And let's go ahead and get this Doomscar into Foretell. It looks like they're going to have some creatures. Next turn, we can Foretell the Outrun's Epiphany and hold up Negate. Or we could Doomscar. Ooh, okay. Looks like we're going to be putting out the... I think we're just going to play the Doomscar. They only have 3 cards left in their hand. We're down to 15. We'll play the Field of Ruin. Yep. I'm just gonna Doomscar. Because that thing's too dangerous this turn. Like, next turn, whatever they have in their hand comes out. It's already hasty. Look at the top 4 cards. You may reveal an instant sorcery card from among them. Put it into... I want to read it. Put it into your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So they're just kind of refilling their hand. Teach by example. They're doing some shenanigans. So we are going to... If I put out the Felder's Retreat, I can't foretell the Alrins. But we need to get some value on the board. So we are going to Felder, especially with this Field of Ruins. Let's go ahead and get that out. Let's get ourselves a cat. Pass it back. This is probably for milling. Ruinous Crab's the play. Saw it coming is great. Let's get this out on blue. Let's grab another 2/2 cat. Okay, let's put the Outrun's Epiphany into Foretell. And then we end the turn. Nah, let's put this into Foretell also. We can't cast both either way. No attacks, there's no point, we can't get through. Next turn we could Field of Ruins if we want to, and that'll give us a guaranteed land hit for the Feldar, which will make these 3 3s. Reckless Stormseeker, huh? It's gonna be a 3/3. I let him have that. Save this for bigger problems later. Or 3/4, sorry. Cool. Right, coming in. We are a control deck, so we are fine with losing these. Fading Hope. No, that will negate. That will negate. Okay, so we will... I think we do the Outrun's Epiphany. It's an emergency Epiphany. I know. Another Fading Hope. Okay, so let's go ahead and Field of Ruins this right now. Sacrifice this to destroy that. Their only blue source. And we'll grab ourselves another blue source. Let's go with some 2/2s in the air and try to close this game out. Okay, we're going to swing in with both. Fading Hope, huh? They're almost out of those. I think I would rather do it so that they can't scry. And we get ourselves a big old huge land, huh? I guess I want that on top. Swinging for 2. And the turn. I really don't care about this other than lands here and there. We have plenty. Okay, they're going to keep hitting them. That's a problem now. I didn't think they were going to hit it, so now we're going to lose that, but it is what it is. I'll start attacking with the Cave of the Frost Giant, or Frost Dragon. Arcane Infusion gets flashed back. I'll let him have that. They grab an expressive iteration. Once again, we'll let them keep doing all of those cards. It's the other cards we don't want. They're really holding on to this crab here. Let's just see what we've got coming up and bounce it. I'll keep that. That way we can kill that stupid crab next time. We'll let him come into... I think then I can't counterspell, huh? I mean, they're not going to mill us out, and that's kind of what their plan is at the second. It's a pretty fast clock this way. Let's just do it. Expressive iteration. They're going to find a land, crab land. Oh, they whiffed on land. Oh, well, I'm glad I kept this Faithful Absence. Okay. We'll go ahead and just shoot that down. And swing in for 2. And end the turn. Your hand is just full all the time. Teach by example. Whenever your next instant sorcery spell, copy that spell. So it doesn't matter if I copy this or counter this or the next one, because it's going to copy it no matter what. So they're going to toshes us. So what? We'll cancel. We'll just counter one. The other one's going to happen. We have big creatures in our deck, so it's probably not a lot of cards. We did lose a bunch of win cons. Here's a Saw It Coming. So we'll throw the... No point in throwing that yet. We might as well just put that in a Foretell and swing in for 2. Pass the turn. Here comes the crab. No, Smoldering Egg. Man, I don't know. We don't have a whole lot left in our deck. We have a Teferi. We have 2 Teferis and a Mordekainen. I think I have to counter it. What are you? And what do you do? Okay, they're just dumping their hand now. Oh, hey, Teferi. So if I plus this... At least I can block one of these, and that's getting bigger, but it's not doing me much. I think I have to look at the top cards. Oh no. Put one of them in your hand and the rest on the bottom. I wanted that Fading Hope so bad. I have to grab this Mordekainen. No attacks, end the turn. Do they flip? Please don't flip. They have just been on point this game, thankfully. Oh, they revealed it. Nice mountain. Crab, mill. Oh, I don't want to lose like this. Oh, I don't want to. Oh my god. Well, I think we block with the 2/2 bird. Keep our Mordekainen in one more turn. Fading Hope is pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and Mordekainen. Let's go ahead and
Fools
plus
like
this.
barely deserve my attention.
And untap. Let's untap. Oh, 1 artifact? Oh, there is no artifact. Submit 0. 1 creature. Doesn't really matter, and I will untap my blue land. Let's create a big old doggy. It's not that big. It's only a 4/4, and it's going to be a 2/2 if I use this.
Faithful hound.
They didn't get it. Oof. 3 more to the yard. Okay, they give their flyer a 2. So they're just going to come in with that. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do the bouncy. Bouncy, bouncy. A land, huh? I'll keep it. We'll keep it. They rethrow the creature. So we'll throw... Man. Let's draw 2. And then put 1 back.
The entire multiverse.
I guess we'll put back a plains.
Library.
And then... I don't think that I need to ferry anymore.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Doomscar. Next. Let's get in. Now we're going to do the block. Okay. Doomscar. And let's create a 2/2. I could have waited a turn, made a bunch of 2/2s. I think I kind of want to keep stuff. Oh, wow. Hello. If they swing, I'll just let them have it. They can hit us. Oh, never mind. We're blocking. Never mind. Okay. Let's get a dog illusion.
I would run
And
if I were you.
end the turn. We still have the cave over here, in case they don't remember that. So they're doing 2 damage and then drawing 2. Well, they're gonna lose their. That's. Oh, they're making me draw Oh, that's funny.
You insolent whelp.
Okay, so let's get rid of one Feldar's Retreat. Oh man, I want them all. I guess. Brutal Cathar. No, Fate. It's nighttime, so that doesn't even come out the way I need it to. Oh, I think I have. That hurt. I did not want to get rid of the Brutal Cathar. That transforms. Okay, so before our turn. No, we'll just take our turn. Hey, a Brutal Cathar. Let's go ahead and draw 2. And then
Maintaining balance requires.
we'll get rid of. I think I got to get rid of the Doom. I've got to try to close this game out before we get decked, which is about to happen. Oh, I just win the game. That's what happens. Let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, I don't just win the game, but I can swing in for 8. Okay. Then we throw Feldar's Retreat. Then we throw a land out and we create a 2/2 cat. Another 2/2 cat. Okay. Ruin crap. They can't kill us. Good game. We got it. We got it. Okay. What a game this has been. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to play the rest. I think I deserve it. Grab those. We'll get rid of the Doomscar. Throw the Brutal Cathar. Eat that. And then we'll swing in and win the game. How many cards in the deck? 1 left in the opponent. More plums. Okay, opponent is first. We have a Cave of the Frost Dragon, Deserted Beach, Field of Ruins, 2 Brutal Cathars, a Doomscar, and a Negate. Interesting hand. We'll hold on to it. We just got to be careful with Brutal Cathars and make sure that they die before we Doomscar. Otherwise, we just give our opponent back a creature when we Doomscar. So, you got to watch out for that. We've got Blue-black showing. No, okay, hey, it's the Brittle Cathar deck. I guess we'll start with the cave, and then we could probably go to the field. Hunt for... Oh, maybe I should have did this first for the negate. I mean, we're in it now. Let's put that into foretell. We're in it now. Let's put all of these next to each other. Ouch! Oh, hey. Your choice. Choose your choice. Nice thing about token creatures is I can board wipe with Brutal Cathar and it doesn't matter. They take the negate. We knew that was coming. Environmental sciences, gaining life, getting another land. Throw that. They already know what we're gonna do. They already know it. Now if they pass turn, we got our 3/3. They're gonna remove it, but... Hunt for specimens. And we got another one, they know that. Teaching of Arcanus. So let's throw the land. Throw the Brutal Cathar. I don't think they can board wipe. Well, maybe, because they're not playing snow, so maybe they actually do have the Showdown of the Skull. No, Shadow's Verdict? Showdown of the Skull. Wrong colors. Starts with an S and an H. We need one land off the top, and then we probably need to start holding up this counter spell so we don't lose our whole board. It might just happen right now. We'll see. Are they going to draw? Or could they? Oh, it's a Leer. Okay. Well, I mean, they know we have this and this, so that's an odd play, in my opinion. They didn't even... So what do they get to flashback now? Duress, hunts. Fortunately, there's no way to hold up the Saw It Coming. So we got to do that before they have counter magic. We've got to throw that into foretell. And we'll swing in for 4. And we just hope and pray. Hope and pray. And we just don't get our 2/2s just destroyed right here. Well, they didn't have enough mana to do it last turn. And they have the same amount since that's tapped. They won't... I don't think they get anything out of that. Oh, we get a little nighttime. We hit a land. I'm loving it. This is amazing. So all we do is we swing in for 6. They are dividing by 0. Don't think I'm going to let them have that. I hate using my counter spell there. But I feel like it was necessary. They're going to be able to draw cards soon, and we win with the Cave of the Frost Dragon next turn, so I'm throwing this because it represents lethal. They can use this token still. It might have not... Yeah, there we go. We go... Oh, I just made it day. Well, it's still lethal, right? No, it's 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Oops. So it was actually better to not throw the Brutal Cathar, because then it was still 9 damage, and we don't get board wiped. I don't think they have the board wipe. They do have the Hive of the Eye Tyrant now, so they can block one of our 2/2s. But, oh, no, they can't. We have this. Well, then we can't. Oh, they won in their sideboard bad. Oh, wow, they are scrambling. That's a main phase right there. All their mana to draw 1 card. So, yeah, we just attack with everything, passing the turn, making it nighttime. Put this on... We can put that on blue. We just attack with the Cave of the Frost Dragon. End it. Goes into nighttime, and now, if they want to board wipe, they can board wipe. Meat hook. So, if one of these is removal, then they get us. That's the funny part. It's another cave, so let's just do it twice. Oh, they gained life, though, so that's part of the problem. Fading Hope. Look at them go. And now they can, teachings. Man, some decks just have it all. Here comes the teachings. Field of Ruin. No! Hunt for Specimen. Brutal Cathar takes that out. They know we have the Brutal Cathar. They know we have another Cave of the Frost Dragon. Big old land over here. So there's that. They got Mascot. We have a Doomscar. So let's get this. Let's see. How do I need it? I got to put out the Brutal Cathar. We're baiting this Mascot. It eats that. So we still have the Fateful Absence if I throw the dragon. So we'll go ahead and or throw the land. Sorry. Not the dragon. It's a Cave of Dragon, but we're going to end the turn. At the end of their turn, we'll eat probably the Hall. I don't really care about the Hive as much. Here comes the Mascot. They're making sure that their cave doesn't trigger. Or Field of Ruins. Mascots to play. We're just going to go ahead now and destroy their 7/7. We have white here. Plenty of white out. We'll grab blue. Kitty, kitty, stop. Come here. Stop attacking my chair. You're distracting me. See? So we'll grab blue. Is that last card removal? I would love it. That way I know it's in their hand. Saw it coming. So we'll play that out. And we go first. Well, there's no point swinging. It just isn't. We'll just Doomscar. Yep. So we just pass because we can do both of these with the mana we have. We can only do one if I put that into Foretell. Lier! Counter spell! Has way too many cards to flashback. Okay, time to attack with a Cave of the Frost Dragon. They're going to kill it with the land. Okay, that resolves. Grab ourselves a blue. And we end the turn. Slowly whittling us down. Or whittling themselves back up. Hunt for specimens, huh? You can have that. Get some into their sideboard. Mascot Exhibition again, which will counterspell. Teachings. Okay. Counterspell. Okay. We get another land, which we'll gladly throw into play. Fire up the cave and swing in for 3. End the turn. I think we need to save this for like a Lier. We're winning this race. I'm not gonna... No point in me killing that. Like, so they eat one of our cards. Okay, down to 12. Okay. Let's cast the Sunset Revelry. Oh, and a Teferi, huh? Let's play the Teferi. Ooh, they're looking for a counter spell. We're gonna minus Teferi. I need cards. We need cards.
Slowing things down is just as delightful.
Ooh, Alan's Epiphany, Fateful Absence, and Doomscar. I'm going with the Epiphany. I can cast it without foretelling it and hold up the Fateful Absence. So we're gonna end the turn. And hope they didn't hit a counter spell. We'll see. They haven't had one the whole time. I mean, they've had some Divide by Zeros. Blood Chief thirsting one of our tokens. This is hilarious. Now, because of they want to kill Teferi with the Hive. Oh. They just wanted to... Okay. I think I win still. I think we win. I think we Fateful Absence that. It depends if they have a counter spell. They've got it here. We'll throw the blue land. Let's just see what happens. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know if it's over. It depends. It depends. Oh no, it's another land. Okay, so we'll attack with everything. Just in case they can kill... Oh, if they can kill one, they're going to kill a bird. I don't see any reason in holding anything back to block. Ah, I'm glad I didn't throw my land yet. Okay, throw the cave back out. Ah... If they hit a Meat Hook Massacre or something, they reset us again. They gain a bunch of life. Oh, this has been a game. One of those was a land. That's good for us. Blood Chief Thirst. They gain a life. They're down to one card. Let's try it. So we'll just attack in the air. Ah! I did it. Okay. Okay, Brew Crew. That is going to do it for Azorius Control. And once again, thank you, Brewmaster Will, for the deck. Yeah, I hope you like Control if you're trying this deck out, because it plays like a Control deck and it takes a while to win a game. Even if you're not into Control decks, if you're an aggro player or mid-range player, I suggest you pick up a deck like this and give it a whirl every once in a while, at least once or twice a week, as part of your gameplay, especially if you're just trying to complete some daily quests. And the reason I say that is it really helps your way of playing the game. It really kind of shows you different lines, shows you what your opponents are thinking. If you only play one kind of deck, then you're just not seeing all the different things that you can see when you're playing Magic the Gathering. Believe me, because I was an aggro player for a long time. I love to dabble in mid-range here and there, but until I got into the channel and started this channel with Brewmaster Will and with the help of Wahid, aka Top Deck King, check out his channel too, I really never played Control, and they kind of walked me through it and helped me get a lot better at it. And you definitely learn a lot about Magic by playing all the different archetypes. I mean, combo is a good one to learn too, but there's not a whole lot of real combo in Standard, so we won't talk about that right now. So just some quick changes. I don't know if I'm going to put it right back, to be honest with you, but I just feel like the deck doesn't have enough draw. And since this is a draw card, and if it hits, it's amazing. When you get the 1/1s, draw a card and gain life, it's amazing. But otherwise, it can just sit in your hand. So I'm going to drop those, and we're going to be playtesting 2 Memory Deluges, because the deck, it just needs a little bit of draw, like I said, and this card is so strong. Only 2 in the deck because you only need to draw 1. That way you can use it once and then you'll flash it back later. Like I said, we're running 26 lands naturally. I don't have any modal lands in the deck just because this is how Will gave it to me. I mean, there were only 24 lands and he had suggested taking out a plains and a island for 2 Field of Ruins, but I just felt like I wanted to up my land count to 26, so we did a little tweaks here and there, but other than that, pretty much exactly how the deck was handed to me. So I really had a blast with it. Now let's go over what I think you shouldn't and shouldn't be crafting. Once again, we are really close to Crimson Vow, so you probably shouldn't be crafting anything. But that being said, Faithful Absence is a super strong card, and I think you're safe. The same with Brutal Cathar. Doomscar was super safe. There's some cards coming out that I don't know if Doomscar is going to be the board wipe of choice for white soon. I can't remember the name of it, but it's they sacrifice up to 13 creatures or something. I can't remember the card, but you might want to hold off on Doomscars if you don't own those for the moment. Uncommons and commons we won't be talking about. Felder's Retreat is a fun card. I don't think you should be crafting it right now. It definitely doesn't go in a lot of decks. Auron's Epiphany is a safe card. I don't think it's going anywhere, and if they do ban it, you'll get your wild cards back. If for some reason they suspend it, I didn't do that, so think about that before you do craft these, in case you're like, well, I'll get my wild cards back. If Wizards puts it in the suspend, well, then that's what it is. The Memory Deluge, I think, is one of the strongest draw cards in blue at the moment, and one of the best cards from that set, so I think that's safe. Don't craft Teferis, don't craft Mordekainens. I just wouldn't. If you have them, you have them. That's awesome. Lands, craft away. Always safe to craft lands. The caves, the halls, the deserted beaches are amazing, and the pathways. So I think those are all safe to craft. So I really hope you enjoyed today's deck. If you did, please leave a comment and rate the video, either thumbs up or thumbs down. If you do both of those, we actually get double points from the secret YouTube algorithm, which means that we get seen by many more people. So we would appreciate that. Please hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, super fast, but it will mean the world to us over here. Also, hit that notification bell so that you know whenever we have new content come out. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.